What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, talking Windwitches in this video and asking the question: do you guys think that it was fair or foul for Konami to print all three core Windwitches and Raging Tempest as ultra rares? Because, in my personal opinion, I think that this is bogus and it's some absolute bullshit. I'm gonna talk about that in a quick second. Before I do, I want to address why I turned off comments and ratings in yesterday's video. If you watched the video, you know that it was a guest upload, and it was one of my buddies. He went to an ARG, got 9th place with Metaphors, but you know, he was running like Box of Friends and like Triple Courage and all this weird shit in the deck. And anytime that I have a guest upload that isn't like a really big YouTuber like Nimnim or Simo, it seems like they just get shitted on. Like, I get a ton of dislikes. There are a lot of people that kind of just like, you know, have a whole bunch of like nasty comments. Even when Ubel Mastery uploaded on my channel, it's like I upload it and first couple of minutes like instant dislike. It's like, what the fuck, you didn't watch the video? So I was just like, man, if people are just gonna shit on the guy, I'll just, you know, shut down all the comments, shut down all the ratings, because that's just some kind of asshole stuff to do. Now, anyways, let's talk about Windwitches and why I think that this is kind of ludicrous that Konami released an archetype with only 5 cards in the booster sets. Unless I'm mistaken, I think there are only 5 Windwitches in Raging Tempest, and printed 3 of them as ultra rares. And the thing about it is, this can't even be an accident. And the reason that I say that is, and this is in no way like confirmation or anything like that, so don't take it to the bank, don't quote it as the gospel. This is just my best guess. I think Konami and the TCG looks at the OCG, they try and figure out what the meta is, and they look at trends so they can know, okay, what are going to be cards that people are going to be excited about? What are going to be our selling points for this set? And it might even embolden them to obviously like rarity bump stuff, especially considering that now, since Breaker of Shadows, we get a holo in every single pack. So it's like, you know, most players are going to complain a little less, because it's like, yeah, you didn't get the card that you wanted because it's secret rare, but you did get a holo, so you know, what are you really complaining about? It's like, if you look at the Windwitches and Raging Tempest, do you really think that it's a coincidence that Ice Glass and Snow, I'm trying not to F the names up, that those were the ones that were printed as ultra, but Winter and Crystal were both rares? They're kind of like throwaways. It's like, if nobody, you know, people will get them, but they're not necessarily chase cards. It's because this is Winter, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Winter is a card that you don't need to play at all. And then even Crystal Bell, like, if this card didn't even exist, if it wasn't even released in Raging Tempest, or if you never even got one and for some reason you couldn't get one, you could easily just replace this with a Clearwing Synchro Dragon, and then the deck would work the exact same way. Like, you do a little less burn damage, I think like 800 less burn during the turn 1 Crystal Wing play, but the play would still be 100% there, and nothing would generally change. I mean, yeah, if you lose a duel by 800 life points, that would suck, but in general, the deck would pretty much operate exactly the same. And the thing is, I don't want to come off as like somebody who just always complains about rarities, because I do think the Yu-Gi-Oh community kind of does that. Like, it's almost like we don't expect any cards to be high rarity, because when Pot of Desires came out, like, I might make a video saying, oh, rip your wallet or something like that, but generally I'm not even mad when certain like really good cards are printed as secret. Like, I said it about Pot of Desires. I said it's the best card in the entire Dark Illusion set, so it should be a secret rare. Same thing about Totally Awesome and Dimensional Barrier. Like, those are the best cards in the entire Invasion Vengeance set, so I'm perfectly fine with them being secret rare. But like, come on. This one right here, I think that this is Ice Bell, if I'm not mistaken. Like, this bitch being an ultra rare, I love ultra rare, but like, this is egregious. Like, seriously, the only reason that this card is even played in the deck is because A, it's searchable, and B, you can special summon it. Like, it's a card that basically has no merit on its own. It does nothing by itself. At least you can look at the other two and you can be like, okay, this one, she's basically a 1-card Crystal Wing, so yeah, that definitely makes her worthy of being an ultra. And this one is basically like a Stratos / Deneb for the deck. So like, those 2 cards are worthy of being ultras, but is this one really? And the reason that this example specifically frustrates me so much is because I understand Konami is a business, and when they have a brand new booster set with an amazing archetype, like it makes sense for them to kind of like rarity bump the fuck out of that archetype, because it's probably going to be the biggest selling point of that new booster set. Like, case in point, Zodiac Beast and what they're doing right now. If you look at Zodiac Beast, like, all the rarities are just fucking nuts. You know, Thoroughblade's an ultra, Tigress is an ultra. They've got 3 different secret rares here, here, and then Molmarat is a super. So it's like, damn, that's at least 6 cards right there that are hollow. I mean, they did the same thing with Lightsworn way back when with Light of Destruction. Like JD was a secret rare, Honest was like a secret / goes. I think Lila, Celestia, and Solar Recharge were all ultra rare, and then like Wolf was a super, Raikou was a super, Arcus was a super. Like basically every damn thing in that deck except like Lumina and Garaf were basically hollows. And even in the next set, Duelist Genesis, like Charge of Light Brigade came out, but it was also a secret. But the thing is, like, that doesn't fit the bill for Windwitches. Like, they're not the #1 reason to buy this set. And don't get me wrong, I love Windwitches. I think that they're absolutely fantastic, and their inclusion into Raging Tempest alongside of the, like, you know, Zodiac Piece and Lawn Mowing Next Door is going to, in my opinion, make this one of the best selling sets ever, and probably like one of the best overall sets ever. But it's like, if they would have printed this chick as a common or as a super rare, would anybody have bought any less of this set? Like, I don't think so. Like, there's already so much good in this set. Like, it didn't need for all 3 of these cards to be ultra rare. It feels like it didn't ensure that it would sell more. It just kind of ensured that the players who wanted to play Windwitches would just get fucked, because I don't know, guys. It's kind of like if Konami would have released Burning Abyss and Duelist Alliance, and instead of Dante being a secret, if they would have said, okay, we'll release Dante as a super, or we'll release it as a rare, but we're gonna make Graf, Seer, and Skarm all ultras. Like, people would have been like, what the fuck? We got to get 9 ultra rares? Like, that's bogus. So I don't know. That's just how I feel. Maybe you guys disagree. Leave it in the comment section below however you feel. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already.